Hello everyone, Denise Carpenter from ReikiAssociates.com here, and we're going to continue on with the teaching. The overall teaching for 2023 is this is the year of kindness and compassion. We discussed inward and outward kindness and compassion in January, and in February we're working on the heartfelt kindness and compassion. Last week we talked for our physical body, and this week we'll just do a very brief discussion on kindness and compassion for our emotional body. I would say most of us in this Western culture take things so personally. We just, whatever happens, we take it, or we can take it personally. So I would say one of the first pieces of kindness and compassion we can offer our emotional body is just to always take a step back. If we're being triggered by something, just take a step back, and then more opportunities open up for us. If we can just not engage as soon as we feel that trigger happening, like out this way, where we're engaging with the other energy being this way, if we can just take a step back, and rather than engaging out this way, if we can engage this way and go to we call it our higher self, our divine self, however you see that and whatever your belief system is. But if we can just bring our frequency up before we come out, we live in a very different world. When we come out this way, it's called the energy of engagement. So whatever the collective consciousness is vibrating, however the collective consciousness is vibrating, when we immediately respond to something, we're just going through with that whole principle, and it looks like an infinity loop, that energy of engagement. So like attracts like. So what comes in is what we're going to send back out. And that can be so very detrimental to our own self-esteem, our own well-being, because often the collective consciousness vibrates at a lower frequency than what our personal energy system does. So when we feel those triggers coming in, if we can just show compassion and kindness to our emotional body, just take a step back energetically with your imagination, or literally just take a step back. Do 3 of those grounding breaths that we've talked about so many times, where you bring that white energy in through your crown, you breathe it in through your crown, all the way down to your second chakra, and then you exhale that white energy into your aura. And you do those breaths in groups of 3. And what that does is it starts to shift the frequency of your energy body. So let's say we're vibrating around, I think anger is around 50 hertz. That's what we feel come in. If that's what we go back with, it's just going to escalate the situation. But if we feel a 50 hertz come in, anger come in, we take a step back, we do 3 breaths. Maybe we can bring it up to 100 hertz or 200 hertz or even 250 hertz, which is the energy of acceptance. And then we can respond from that place of acceptance as opposed to anger. So I would say our emotional body has taken quite a beating over the last few years, just with lockdowns, mandates that have come down, whether we agree or disagree. It's still working within a confine or a restriction of some kind. So this week, if we can just show kindness and compassion to ourselves, don't take things personally. Many people cannot get out of their own energy system enough to even really hear or respond to you in an authentic way. So often what comes at you is their own stuff, their own whatever that may be. So if we can just frame it that way, step back, and let's just bring the energy of, let's say, kindness and compassion to the person or the event in front of us, as opposed to firing back with whatever has been presented to our energy system. And as we move into being more accountable and responsible with what we give back. Our energy body, we can train our emotional body, the emotional aspects of our energy body to become much more responsible, accountable in feeding higher frequencies back to the collective consciousness. And again, it's like a drop of water or a drop of rain on a stone. After a while, the water can make passages within the stone. So it's the same with every time we give love, acceptance, joy, harmony, peace, gratitude back to the collective consciousness, we help that collective consciousness move up in its frequency. So it's a two-way street. Kind and compassion for ourselves, and in this day and age we really need it, helps us engage and give back kindness and compassion to the collective consciousness. So for this week, let's be so kind and so compassionate to our emotional body in a very heartfelt way. Your days become easier. The collective consciousness, where we position ourselves in the collective consciousness with our own conscious awareness, becomes higher, and we can move into a place of really starting to trust all of the work that's happening behind the scenes energetically. So if you found this helpful, please like and subscribe to my channel. If you'd like to receive regular notifications of new videos, please tap the bell, and I will see you next week. Denise Carpenter from ReikiAssociates.com. Namaste.